If you want to know, viewer, what political shamelessness and temerity really means, look no further than the story of Sandeshkhali in Bengal. For over 2 weeks now, starting with India Today and then the rest of the media, the national focus has been on the town and the village of Sandeshkhali in West Bengal. The person that all fingers have been pointing at is a local Trinamool leader named Sheikh Shah Jahan. All of this is information that you already know because the media, especially here on India Today, has been covering it relentlessly. The allegations are serious. The allegations are of sexual assault, barbarism, land grab, and everything in between. There have been incidents that are violent. There have been situations that have continued to remain tense there. But the accused individual, Sheikh Shah Jahan of the ruling Trinamool party, has been on the run for over 50 days. And I want you, viewer, to think about this for a moment. The Trinamool Congress, which has such a tight grip over its cadres and especially its leaders, claims not to know where Sheikh Shah Jahan is. This crisis continues to unfold, but the West Bengal police, which has shown alacrity in trying to debunk and say that no cases have been filed by these women when the women have been claiming that nobody has allowed them to file cases until the media pressure. Now they say that they have no idea where Sheikh Shah Jahan is. Today the Trinamool Congress asserted that its absconding Neta Shahjahan Sheikh will be apprehended within the next 7 days, but this is only after they were publicly shamed and embarrassed by the Calcutta High Court. This was criticism coming directly from the High Court at the state government and its leaders after they tried to peddle the lie that it was a court order asking them not to do anything vis-a-vis Sheikh Shah Jahan. That official Trinamool lie has been busted by the Calcutta High Court, but you'll hear very little about it except here on India Today. Well, during a hearing of a public interest litigation today, the Calcutta High Court in scathing terms rebuked the Bengal government. The court emphasized that there was no stay preventing Sheikh Shah Jahan's arrest as senior leaders of the Trinamool party were trying to peddle in public, and that the previous order merely halted the establishment of a special investigation team, which means that the Mamata government was trying to hide behind the words used by the Supreme Court to not go after the man that all of these women were accusing of cruelty, barbarity, sexual assault, and many other things. Additionally, the court, as you're going to see in a report right now, viewer, expressed astonishment at the fact that incidents had been reported to the state police 4 years ago, yet it took 4 years for these cases to result in 42 charge sheets. Now remember that the person who's been making the claim that the Trinamool's hands are tied by the court was none other than the Chief Minister's nephew and General Secretary of the Trinamool, Abhishek Banerjee, who shifted blame to the judiciary, questioning what actions the administration could take if the High Court had restrained them. That lie has been fully busted today. Take a look.
He is being called the terror of Sandeshkhali. Sheikh Shah Jahan. 42-year-old influential TMC leader and local strongman, Sheikh Shah Jahan is currently absconding. But this member of the North 24 Parganas Zilla Parishad and in charge of the Fisheries Department virtually ruled by fear. He stands accused of using violence and intimidation to ensure total submission. Such is his clout that his supporters attacked the Enforcement Directorate team that had gone to question him in connection with the ration scam. Shah Jahan is also an accused in the murder case of 3 BJP workers, Pradeep Mandal, Devdas Mandal and Sukanta Mandal, who were killed in June 2019. Such is his fear and clout that the families of the victims had to move to Calcutta High Court against the West Bengal CID when his name was dropped from the charge sheet.
গরিব মানুষ যে ব্যবসা করে খাবে সে ব্যবসাও সাজান শেখ থাবা বসিয়ে দিয়েছে এলাকার মা বোনেরা তার উপরে খুব ক্ষিপ্ত হয়ে গেছে এই কারণে মা বোনেদের দিনে রাতে যখন ইচ্ছা তখন যার বাড়ি সুন্দর বউ থাকলে এই ওকে অমুক দিনটা অমুক রাতে পাঠিয়ে দিস
Shah Jahan shifted his allegiance from the CPIM to the Trinamool Congress post 2011. Since Sandeshkhali is an island, Shahjahan Sheikh ruled here with an iron fist. He is said to be a close aide of arrested TMC minister Jyoti Priya Malik. Such is his importance for the TMC that despite allegations of rape, torture, molestation and intimidation levelled by several women, Bengal Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee is being accused of defending him.
এবং আপনারা দেখেছেন যারা মুখে মাস্ক পরে পরে ছবি তুলছে ধরাও পড়েছে বিজেপির কর্মী কিভাবে তারা বাইরে থেকে নিয়ে এসে একটা এলাকাকে অশান্ত করার চেষ্টা করেছে আগে টার্গেট শেখ শাহজাহান ওকে টার্গেট করে ইডি ঢুকলো তারপরেই সবাইকে বার করে দিয়ে তারপরে ওখানে আদিবাসী মাইনরিটিদের মধ্যে ঝগড়া লাগিয়ে দিল
In this belt of Sundarbans, Sheikh Shah Jahan prides himself for being the only Royal Bengal tiger. Victims say they approached the police many times, but their complaint was never filed and cases were registered against their men instead by the police.
আমাদের এই জমি জায়গাগুলো আমাদের আকাশ থেকে কেড়ে নিয়েছে আমাদের লিস্ট টাকা তো সময় মতো দেয় না যদি লিস্ট টাকা আমাদের আনতে গেলে আমাদেরকে অনেক রকম কথা আমাদেরকে শুনতে হয় জোর জবরদস্তি করে আমাদের বাড়ি থেকে তুলে নিয়ে যাচ্ছে
With Sheikh Shah Jahan not joining investigations, despite the attack on the ED team, the women finally mustered courage to highlight their plight. All eyes now are on the Mamata Banerjee government. If the police will arrest, prosecute and punish Sheikh Shah Jahan and end his reign of terror.
The people of Sandeshkhali are demanding immediate arrest of TMC leader Sheikh Shah Jahan so that they can get justice. This is Rajesh Shah for India Today, Sandeshkhali.
Everybody would understand if Sheikh Shah Jahan had been absconding for a few days, viewer. Even a week would perhaps be understandable because, you know, people have the power to be able to evade the law and hide. Maybe even 10 days would be understandable. At the very top end, 2 weeks of a ruling party man being successfully able to evade the law, evade the administration, not listen to the national pressure that's there on the Trinamool government to apprehend him, even though he may be receiving different instructions, etc. But for 52 days is beyond the realm of all shamelessness when it comes to Sheikh Shah Jahan of the Trinamool Congress. Nearly 2 months since he's been absconding in a separate case involving the Enforcement Directorate, but even now he hasn't come forward. The Calcutta High Court has come down heavily on the Bengal government for failing to, I wonder if it's actually failing to or if it's complicity, to nab the Trinamool strongman. Meanwhile, protests have started to erupt in a village neighbouring Sandeshkhali. Team India Today is on the ground to get you the latest. Take a look at who this man is and why the hunt is still on for him.
Bengal's Sandeshkhali continues to simmer. Fresh protests erupted in Bermajur on Monday. Locals ransacked house of yet another TMC leader. Residents accused TMC netas of looting Prime Minister Awas Yojana funds meant for them.
আমি তো সেটা শুনলাম সেটা না আমাদের অভিযোগ আমাদের 2020 সালে ঘর এসেছিল আবাস যোজনা সেই ঘরের কিস্তি ঢোকানোর জন্য হলদারিয়া তাবদারি 30,000 টাকা নিয়েছিল তাহলে কিস্তি ঢোকাবে নাহলে ঢোকাবে না আমার ক্ষেত্রে গ্রাম সবার ক্ষেত্রে সবার ক্ষেত্রে 30,000 টাকা করে নিয়েছিল ঘর নাহলে টাকা দেবে না
আপনি সেই ঘরের টাকা পেয়েছেন
হ্যাঁ পেয়েছি টাকা দেওয়ার পর পেয়েছি নাহলে পাইনি
Fresh violence erupts in Sandeshkhali. Let me show you another TMC leader. Shankar Shardar residence has been ransacked by, protesters and particularly women over here just a while from now. And now you have, many women with streaks and brooms. They have gathered and attacked Shankar Shardar's place.
The Calcutta High Court, meanwhile, shattered Mamata government's excuse to give a nearly 2-month-long free run to absconding TMC neta Shahjahan Sheikh. High Court demolished a bid to shift the blame to judiciary by CM Mamata's nephew and TMC General Secretary Abhishek Banerjee. Abhishek had claimed that the runaway TMC neta is not being arrested as per High Court directive.
শাহজাহানকে গ্রেপ্তার করার জন্য রাজ্য প্রশাসনের হাত পা যদি হাইকোর্ট বেঁধে না দিয়ে পুলিশকে এম্পাওয়ার করত, পুলিশ করে দেখাতো।
The High Court said it has never barred arrest of Shahjahan Sheikh. It also slammed Mamata government for turning a blind eye to land grabs by TMC men for 4 long years.
अभिषेक बैनर्जी ने जो है अपने बिल में से बाहर निकल के लोगों को झूठ कहा था। इतने दिन तो वो शक्ल नहीं दिखा पा रहे थे क्योंकि पश्चिम बंगाल की औरतों ने जिस तरह के एलिगेशंस लगाए तो वो लोग कहीं मुंह दिखाने लायक नहीं है। और कल आकर के वो कहते हैं कि कोर्ट ने उसको प्रोटेक्शन दिया, इसीलिए उनकी पुलिस जो है वो पकड़ नहीं पा रही है। तो पुलिस की नाकामयाबी इसमें साफ है और आज कोर्ट ने पूरे तरीके से कह दिया कि इस तरह का कोई भी स्टे ऑर्डर नहीं है, वो दोषी है, उसको पकड़ना पुलिस की ड्यूटी है। और अगली बार फिर अगली तारीख में हम ये पूछेंगे कि पुलिस अभी तक क्यों नहीं पकड़ पाई।
A cornered TMC, which has so far defended Shahjahan, promised to arrest him, but defended Abhishek's words.
There was a stay put by High Court on the investigation related to Sheikh Shah Jahan. That's why so far the Sheikh Shah Jahan issue is concerned, police was unable to take action freely. Now, once the stay order has been removed and police personnel are freed, based on the chronology of the capabilities and events and the activities of police administration, you can very well say that now police will be taking their own course and the accused will be definitely brought to book in due course of time.
With the scathing High Court indictment, is it time for Sandeshkhali's villain? With Ritik Mondal in Bermajur, Bureau Report, India Today.
And I want to take you straight to India Today. Shreya Chatterjee joining us live from Sandeshkhali in West Bengal. Shreya, 52 days and counting is big from any measure of imagination. In the wake of the very harsh words by the High Court of Calcutta, which has basically busted the stand of the Trinamool to say that, we have been constrained by the court to take any action. They've run out of excuses in many ways, but the fact that this man has been absconding for 52 days, is there any sense that the West Bengal police knows where he is, what he's been up to all this while?
Well, Shiv, one thing is for clear that there has been a missing intention on the part of the West Bengal police and the administration to nab Sheikh Shah Jahan, because we are talking about 52 plus days ever since the protest erupted in Sandeshkhali. But yes, the cases against Sheikh Shah Jahan does not start from this year. Since 2019, 42 cases, including murder cases, are against him. What has stopped the West Bengal police to arrest him for so long? His reign of terror has somewhere down the line left scars on the people of Sandeshkhali that can never be removed. And despite that, the kind of statements that are coming in from the government and especially the administration is somewhere down the line questionable. Today we obviously saw that senior officials were doing rounds in Sandeshkhali trying to take assessments of what is actually happening so far as the protest is concerned. A fresh FIR has been lodged against Sheikh Shah Jahan. Going by Abhishek Banerjee's words, the only hope that now that they say that they will move after the High Court giving clarity, we only hope that Sheikh Shah Jahan gets arrested the soonest.
And, have the wheels of justice started turning? I mean, obviously, it's because of the huge amount of media pressure and political scrutiny that the West Bengal government has been subjected to. And we do know that camps were finally set up under pressure to take complaints of the women, making these allegations. How is that process going, Shreya?
Well, Shiv, the camps are there. We are seeing numbers of complaints, and when I talk numbers, these are complaints which have gone above 400 right now as we talk, where people are coming and registering their complaints about various cases, including scam in their Manrega cases, including land grabbing, atrocities against women, and not just Sheikh Shah Jahan. Multiple aides of Sheikh Shah Jahan have been involved in this. That's the reason we are seeing the kind of protest that is happening sporadic. At one place, one of his aides being attacked. At other place, another person is facing attack. That's because there has been a reign of terror, and now finally the people of Sandeshkhali feel safe that they can actually come out and talk about the kind of atrocities they have been seeing from Sheikh Shah Jahan and his men.
Okay, Shreya, thanks very much for joining us on this. I want to remind our viewers once again that the situation in Sandeshkhali is, had been quite tense over the last few days, with many villagers taking things into their own hands, vandalizing property owned by Sheikh Shah Jahan or owned by his brother. But things are calm now because there is a security deployment there. Obviously, with the media spotlight fixed on Sandeshkhali, it doesn't look like things will actually things can actually flare up there in any dramatic way, which is a good thing, but it still means the pressure is on the establishment. I want to bring in India Today's Hrithik Mandal as well to give us a perspective from the political side on what's going on. Hrithik, embarrassment there for Abhishek Banerjee and the Trinamool with the Calcutta High Court saying, nowhere have we constrained you from pursuing and arresting Sheikh Shah Jahan. What is the internal reaction to that from the government?
Well, definitely today Calcutta High Court came down heavily on police action against Sheikh Shah Jahan and into the entire matter related to Sandeshkhali violence. Remember, it's been over 50 days that Sandeshkhali is boiling and there is no clarity about the whereabouts of Sheikh Shah Jahan, the main perpetrators, the alleged person who is still at large. And after today's Calcutta High Court order, we heard that for the first time possibly, the party, the Kunal Ghosh, stated that in coming 7 days, police will be arresting Sheikh Shah Jahan. So there was a huge allegations against Mamata-led government and its administration and police, particularly that oppositions including BJP time and again alleges that the police is hiding Sheikh Shah Jahan in this matter. And currently you have a top leader of Trinamool Congress party. The day when Calcutta High Court slammed the police and the administration over the entire matter, left, right and center, and Kunal Ghosh stating that in coming 7 days, Sheikh Shah Jahan can be arrested. So this is a very clear hunch that we do understand that possibly the pressures are mounting on not only on the administration but also the party. Amid a situation that's uproar and violent protests are being spreading across several other islands of this beautiful delta of Sundarban, and particularly in Sandeshkhali. So we do understand that administrations are also gearing up their actions against Sheikh Shah Jahan. Back to you.
Okay, 52 days and counting. We will continue to report from the ground. Hrithik, Shreya and all of our reporters will continue to keep your focus on this big story in West Bengal. Thanks, Hrithik. Thanks, Shreya, for joining me on that.